Can you talk a little bit more about the interplay between, what you believe religiously as far as your faith and in writing life considered? Because I imagine that those two would have to have major bearing on one another. But I'm curious what your perspective is on it.
Yeah, yeah. I think my spiritual life and my writing life are complete parallels. I think
Hmm.
it's always kind of a mission of mine to integrate them as closely as possible. Um, yeah, it feels like a spiritual practice to write for me because I do believe that the Lord has allowed me to communicate in a way that just makes more sense to myself and maybe to others through writing. Um, I also think that there's a tendency in all of us to hide. I think that's just central since the Garden of Eden. We want to cover, we want to hide, and we often want to camouflage and appear how other people um, want to perceive us. And
Hmm.
ever since I was a kid, I felt like it was easy for me to identify what others wanted from me and then to adopt that style. And so spiritually, I feel that the Lord has been calling me, especially throughout the last 3 years, to be more uncovered towards Him and to be more open to what He has to say. I remember a really pivotal conversation with my spiritual director, and I was telling her, I really feel like I can hear the Lord more truly when I'm more honest. But I just have this tendency to not want to say exactly what I'm feeling with him because it feels risky. And I feel like I'm more present to him, is what I said when I'm honest. And she just sat there for a second and she said, I think it's not that God is more present to you when you're honest. I think it's that you're more present to what is already happening. And I think
Hmm.
that just gets at the sense that God is always there. He's always honest and he's always uncovering himself before us. But it takes a lot of effort to really ask ourselves what we intend by our words and what we're actually feeling. And so I think that's the spiritual journey that has kind of coincided with my writing. It also helps me understand God through story and through imagination. So I think those are like the major tie ins to my faith.